Welcome back, you guys, to Jay
and Ray.
We've been gone for a little minute, but
Yes.
we're back.
Yes.
You know, in full effect. Today we're gonna talk about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
We got some basketball in there. We got some all-star game. We're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about the kids a little bit.
Ourselves a little bit.
Yeah. So a little bit of everything today. You know, mixing it up.
Yes.
First off, I think they want to know where we've been. You know, it's been a little second.
I know it's been like a month, maybe longer. I'm not sure. As you guys can see, I've gotten bigger. So it's been me. I'm tired. Like I've been asleep by like 10:30. Like 10:30, I'm gone. I don't even have the energy to do nothing past that. This is pregnancy number 5. I'm 31 now, so my body is like, it's pregnancy number 5. Like I literally feel all the symptoms that you could possibly have. My back is like, girl, this could be it. I gotta go see a chiropractor now. Like I do exercises, I do the yoga ball, all that stuff now, which is not something that I actively did in the other ones.
No, she was working the whole time.
Yeah, I worked the entire time, all 4 other pregnancies. So this one, I'm trying to sit down. So that's why we've been gone, but we're back.
Back.
We got 7 weeks left before the baby arrives. So we're going to try to get you guys as much content as we can until then, before we have to take another little break.
Yeah, got to take that break.
Got to take a break for that
one. But yeah, you want me to start?
Yeah, you can start.
So today, like I said, I think we're gonna dive into a little bit of basketball. Being that it's like the all-star game and there's been a lot going on with my team, a lot of basketball stuff, we decided it was a good time to go into a sports related topic. You know, we talked about a lot of different topics, but let's talk about some sports. And the only sport we really got going on in this house is basketball. So, you know, I'm not really a football guy or baseball or anything like that. So we do basketball.
We did watch the Super Bowl, but
yeah,
we don't watch the games leading up to it.
Yeah, I don't have no team or nothing. So it's like whoever wins, like you just pick a team at the end and you just go for them.
Yeah.
But basketball. Favorite movie is Loving Basketball. Not playing. No, it is. But no, basketball. So quick, like my little journey in basketball. Started playing basketball like 7. Okay. First league was at Darby Park.
Okay.
That was special because that was my first time playing, and I remember the coach gave me the MVP for the team.
Amen.
So it was written in the stars that I was gonna love basketball. It was like later in life I had met back up with him, and I'm like, "Why did you give me the MVP?" And he was just like, "You was just everywhere." He's like, "You had like that energy." Like everybody else was kind of like, it's my first time playing. He was like, "Nah, you was everywhere." He's like, "You wasn't the best, like doing stuff, but just my energy alone."
Your effort.
My effort, exactly. Got me through. So he's like, I won us some games. So I was proud of that. So that made me like fall in love with it. To where I liked it a lot. Used to watch some games on TV a lot. Didn't really have anybody in the house that liked to play basketball or watch basketball. So I was kind of alone with that. So it was like a solo thing. I just picked it up. I remember I fell in love with it so much that like after school I would come home, right? And I had a ball and I would dribble the ball. And we have like a 2-story house. So I would like shoot on top of the roof of the house and it would like come back down and I would shoot. And my grandma and my mom hated it. They hated it so much. So eventually they had to buy me a court.
Stop shooting on the house.
Cause, you know, I could have turned a little Michael Jordan. They didn't know. So they had to give me an actual, like a real court. So that was good. But could come home and shoot on a real court.
Okay.
So that boosted it for sure. Cause anytime I felt good, bad, anything, I could go outside and shoot the basketball. So I did that. I got better for sure. I got a lot better to where basically the rest of my basketball career, I was if not the best, or it took me a lot of places. Like I had like one instance, like the school we went to, CCCS, I went to a different school. Yeah, our middle school. Mm-hmm. I ended up going to another middle school for my 8th grade, but I had to play them like leading this tournament leading up to the championship. And the game right before the championship, I remember I took my team all the way to what is that? Whatever before the championship, you know. And the coach, Mr. Ford, if you ever watched this, Mr. Ford, our old math teacher who was their coach for the boys team, he was double teaming me. He was like, if we shut down, I remember him in the huddle, like, if we shut down Jayson, we shut down the whole team.
And it's bad because he knew you.
Yeah, he knew me too. So it was crazy. So that was my first time like getting like double teamed in a game to where I was like, oh no.
Okay.
This is serious. Because I was scoring like 20 a game, so it was warranted.
So they gotta stop you.
Yeah, they gotta stop me. Even my friend James was like, our coach had pulled him to the side. And he got in trouble because he didn't pass me the ball. Mm-hmm. So James was like, but he was getting double teamed. And he was like, so what?
So what?
It don't matter. Like, we ain't gonna win if we don't have Jayson ball. So that was like times like that. Went to a lot of different camps, being the fastest in like Paul Pierce camps, stuff like that. Was an ambassador for the Hacks, talked for like a basketball thing in front of like Layla Ali, Paul Pierce. Some other people was in there, I don't remember, but famous people, got to talk in front of some famous people for basketball. My high school career was not the best. 9th grade, I didn't understand the importance of grades.
Gotta do that work first.
You know, so I had some D's, some C's, I think even an F maybe, so that didn't work out. So didn't play my 9th grade year of high school. I always did good in summer though, because I played for the Hacks like all through my high school career.
Because that's not, the grades aren't involved in that.
Yeah, the grades not involved in that. That's like out of school, you ain't got to worry about no homework or nothing like that.
Just play basketball.
I was playing basketball, but I always killed in that. I always averaged like 20-some, 30-point games a lot. Leading my team all throughout high school, or through whatever that age group of high school is. But actually in my high school career, it never really flourished. 10th grade, we had a coach that had a son, and he just favored the son. So where I was starting at first, then we had another one of my friends come in and have like a 40-point game, and he just pushed me to the end of the bench, like past the football players and all kind of stuff. What can I say on that? Just real quick, I had a game where he just threw me in, and I was so surprised. Put me in the game. I remember the homie passed me the ball, and I remember looking in the boy's eyes that was in front of me, and I was like, this boy weak. I went around him, lay up. I was like, oh, this is easy. Got another shot like a mid-range, swish. Shot another shot, swish. So I was like, oh no, this is not fair, right? Yeah. To the point where I'm in front of my bench, my team's bench, and I think the same boy that I looked into his eyes and like gave him a look, just gave him a cool jab step on the 3-point line and switched that mess. So switched it. And I remember like backpedaling, and the coach was right there, right? And I just gave him I gave the coach, I didn't look at the team. I didn't look at none of that. Jay, boy, is crazy. I gave my coach like the craziest look, and it was boop.
Get out.
Jayson on the bench. So that was the end of 10th grade. So 10th grade didn't work out well. We lost in the championship and everything. 10th grade didn't work out well. 11th grade, I went to Inglewood. So I was good enough. It was good. I had some good moments because I was good enough. I was getting like drafted at this point in my life. If I made maybe a couple more good decisions, it could have went somewhere because I was getting Redondo wanted me. It was a couple of high schools that I actually could have went to. So I went to Inglewood off basketball because I went to View Park. So Pat Roy actually made it to where I could transfer into the school. I remember going to that practice and it being a culture shock because View Park small schools was nothing like Inglewood Public. Yeah. It was two different worlds. So everybody dunking and stuff and all that kind of stuff. But I held my own for sure because I got there. That one just didn't work out. Not really because I wasn't good enough, but everybody had a different skill set that was just better than my skill set, and they were seniors.
Okay.
So I didn't shoot better than Jamie, per se. I didn't dribble better than Damon. Like, it was just different stuff that everybody did. So they got seniors ready to go out.
Last year.
This their last year. You got to get them right. So that was cool. So that one just didn't really pan out. Senior year, I got injured. So some kind of fracture, small fracture. So that killed the whole 12th grade year. So that was basketball for me. And after that, I hated basketball. Like, when I met you, I hated it.
Yeah, you was not playing basketball, talking about basketball, nothing.
I hated basketball because I feel like it just divorced me or something, like a bitter ex-wife or something. But nah, like, so I didn't play that for like 3 years, but I definitely play now.
Okay.
Be playing off and on now, not just a lot, but I definitely play now. I definitely still have the talent. I'll still be going in 24-hour fitness, going crazy. Your sons have seen it where I just turn it on and they can't play, they can't beat me. So yeah, that's my basketball career. You know, still love it. It's for sure my first love, but it is what it is. You know, get you. Lumps and bruises. What about you?
So mine started at CCCS. It basically I just started playing basketball just because I was tall.
Okay.
Because I was taller than everybody else. So it's just a natural sport to try when you're tall.
Tall girl, huh?
I remember practicing with the boys. Like, just because I was like a tomboy back then. So even if I did practice with the girls, then after, like, the boys have more practice because y'all get priority over us for stuff like that. Of course. So even if I did practice with the girls, then after I practiced with them, I practiced with y'all. Cool. That ended in middle school. I remember our 8th grade year, we went all the way to the championship. We won first place and all that. Okay. And everybody's like, yeah, when you get to high school, you're going to be great at basketball. I did not try out, touch it, think about it.
Why not?
The culture in middle school for girls basketball and the culture in high school for girls basketball is two different things. So by the time I'm coming into high school, I'm coming out of like the tomboy era, my tomboy era. Yeah. So I was just more girly going into high school. Yeah. I played volleyball. Okay. But I wasn't interested at all.
Yeah, the girls are a little bit interesting when you start going more and more up.
You get deeper into it. It gets deep.
It can get interesting.
Yeah. And I just remember everybody that knew that I played in middle school was mad at me for not even trying to in high school.
I agree.
It's over now.
Yeah, it's way over now. It's way over now.
And I was never like, I never fully fell in love with it. So you're saying you loved it?
Yeah, I loved it. Absolutely.
It was something I enjoyed doing while I was doing it, but I didn't like go home and watch basketball or go to basketball games outside of my personal games. Like, I didn't find an interest in it like that.
Oh yeah.
So it's not going to translate to let's keep going.
Not at all. Not at all.
Got my trophy. I did it.
Good experience.
That's good enough.
To the next.
Yes. Let's move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's basketball for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think let's transition into like the climate of what's going on in basketball right now.
Okay.
Since we watch it, kind of thing.
Well, what was your first NBA game?
Oh, go ahead. Okay. Oh,
or
first
NBA type of experience?
Like I said, it wasn't a lot. I don't remember, but really remember it. But I think just my grandmother taking me to like a couple Clipper games. Okay. They weren't really memorable because the Clippers sucked. So I don't like remember, like maybe like Corey Maggette, like y'all don't even probably know who that is. Elton Brand, like good basketball players, but not popular. They never really had a good team, especially back then. They team James Harden and Kawhi and all that is way better. They way better than what the Clippers had then. They had no stadium. They had none of that. So yeah, but that was really it. I went to. What about you?
My first game was with you.
Oh yeah, exactly. See, so
like, nope. I grew up with women.
Exactly.
That did hair and rode motorcycles. She's not interested in basketball at all. Exactly. So it wasn't even a topic in my house.
Exactly. Same thing. Growing up when women didn't really have no male to say, "Come on, let's
go to the basketball game."
Like, didn't have that. My first All-Star thing, my mom took me to Vegas. Okay. That was a cool experience. I don't remember what year it was. It was probably like, that was early, like 2008 or something. That was a long time ago. But it was in Vegas. Remember we went out there. It was just like I never actually got to go to the actual All-Star game itself, but I did do like all the events where they like you put your hands on the basketball, see how big Shaq's hands are. You take a picture for the card.
I get you.
Like stuff like that, like this little event station
in the environment.
Yeah, it was cool. She bought me some Dallas Mavericks shoes because that was my favorite team.
Okay.
You know, little stuff like that. So.
Well, when did the Mavericks become your favorite team?
Mavericks became my favorite team. Great question. That was a long time ago. So Jayson Terry is my name.
What?
Okay? You know, so Jayson Terry is also a basketball player in the NBA, or was a basketball player in the NBA. So when I was coming up, he was good enough player to be talked about. So he could shoot very well. So anytime I came into a gym or I was like, I play basketball, and they asked what's your name, you would say Kobe Bryant. They're gonna be like, oh,
Kobe.
do you play like Kobe? So everywhere I went, it's like Jayson Terry. Yeah. Even to this day, like I just talked to a guy. He's like Jayson Terry. But Jayson Terry is a good shooter. So I honestly, you got to go do your research. And I researched him, and I was like, okay, look like me, black. Like I like him, right? So I like this whole swag. He used to wear like real high ankle, like all the way to your knee socks. I used to wear those because of him, headbands and stuff. So like in the early, I just loved him. Okay, and he played for the Hawks. But then he got traded from the Hawks to the Mavericks. So that just made me I wasn't even looking at the Mavericks. But when he got traded to the Mavericks, I was like, who is this team? So now I got to dive into the team. And I fell in love with Dirk. Okay, like Dirk is my man. So once I fell in love with Dirk, I learned about Steve Nash and Michael Finley and everybody else who was on the team. And I was like, okay, no, they had a squad back then. And it elevated to me just loving them because Jayson Terry stayed on the team for a lot of years. They started building around Dirk, so the team got better and better and better. Mark Cuban bought the team back then, so now they had like a billionaire owner that was like investing in the team. It wasn't just a team, so I loved it. It got me all the way till like 2011 when they won. I was a Maverick fan for years, like 5, 6, 7 years at that point, and then they actually had won the championship in 2011. So. Maverick is in my blood at this point. Yeah. So Dirk probably still my favorite, like just basketball player for what he embodies and who he is. Stayed on one team, loyal, carried them best hardest way to get to an NBA championship. Like he had to beat LeBron, KD, all these different people. So it was just a super hard run. Kobe, he 4-0 Kobe, swept Kobe. So it was like, that was by far the best time I was watching basketball. So I just still love the Mavericks to this day. So yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
So going to currently.
Yeah, we go currently and then we could jump back into All-Star. So just currently the space of the Mavericks is very sad and disheartening. For me, at least, because
a lot of people,
for all Maverick fans out there, because we ended up drafting Luka, right? Luka Doncic. Y'all gonna know who that is. Y'all got to at this point. I know his name just got humongously bigger. Even if you're not a basketball fan, you probably gonna hear that name. But we drafted Luka. They knew he was good because he's been good since like he was 14 years old. Like wherever he's from, I think it's like Slovenia, but in those leagues, they have like, those leagues are good too. Like they're grown man leagues, and he was playing in grown man leagues since he was like 15 years old. Okay. He's won MVPs in that league at like 16, 17. Okay. So by like 16, playing with 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds maybe, and he a child and winning MVP. Right. So they knew he was good. So they drafted him. I think he went like third. Should have drafted him first, but drafted him third. But he came to the Mavericks because Mark Cuban was dumb smart. Right. They got them analytics over there. They got somebody watching Luka, and they drafted him. And we just turned Luka ended up being a mega star. He wasn't even like average. He's a mega star. Like gonna catch LeBron if he keep going at this rate. He gonna catch LeBron. He gonna catch the Michael Jordans, especially in stats. We gotta wait to see with championships. But for what it is, he's a bona fide, just super superstar. So as y'all know, like just loved him, but got traded recently to the Lakers. I love LA. I love where I'm from, but I don't like the Lakers. Not for any particular reason, just because I love the Mavericks.
Yeah.
It's not.
You already have a favorite team.
I have a favorite team. So it's not totally that they're just the opposition just because I have to go through them in the Western Conference to get a championship. So they can't, I don't want them to have my player.
Yeah.
That's my player at this point because we drafted him. So that just kind of hurts because it wasn't like something happened really. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like he got injured. It wasn't any, I don't know. It's not a real good reason behind why I feel like they traded him.
It seemed like super spontaneous. Like even when we saw that on Instagram and all that stuff that they traded him, everybody was like, "This is not real."
Exactly.
Like, what are you talking about?
Because it doesn't make sense. You don't trade a 25-year-old superstar in his not even in his prime yet.
You don't
to the Lakers. You don't really do that. So we know something's behind it.
Something deeper than
I feel like I was reading an article and it was just like a lot of teams in sports are kind of going through this where we have billionaires and you have people that care more about money driven than the actual product or what they make, and they just want to see the product move. So I feel like we have some higher ups say, get them out of here. Get them out of here. We don't want to pay them or something when involved into it. We want to tank.
Yeah. Because
there's no reason why you trade a Michael Jordan, a LeBron James in his prime unless he's at the end of his season.
It's not even like he played the whole season and didn't do good.
We didn't get to the end of a contract and then we trade him and we shop him. They didn't even shop him to get the most they could get for him. I love you, AD, but they didn't go around the league and say, what can we get for Luka? Because we could have got anybody literally is on the table for Luka Doncic in the league, but it is what it is. So we moving forward. We trading for math for life, MFFL. But yeah, that's kind of my favorite team thing. Back into the All-Star. We just watched the All-Star game tonight. What you think about it?
We tried to.
Yeah, what you think about it?
Well, we watched, what was that, the dunk contest and all that stuff yesterday first. Dunk contest was, yeah. Like the boy who ended up winning is exciting.
Okay.
But like the whole contest within itself is like, I could go to the park and see that.
There's some people that can jump in the park for sure.
It was two people that didn't even get the dunk in on the first one.
Yeah.
And we're like, what's happening?
Facts.
The other guy who did make his dunks, it was just like regular. So you're handing it to the dude that's coming outside the box trying to tap it on the rim and do other, like, okay. I don't even know who any of these people are.
True.
I don't know any of the people in the dunk contest.
Right.
I only know the boy that won because he won
previously. Yeah.
So I don't know. I would think that bigger names would want to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I guess not. I guess they're too big.
Yeah, that's the problem with like the NBA. I think now like viewership is down and all that kind of stuff because I don't know. I think it kind of started. I think that era of where the big stars are not trying to do it kind of started with LeBron. To be honest with you, because all through LeBron's career, we wanted him to do the dunk contest because
why not?
Because he could jump, and I don't like. I heard Draymond Green talk about that, and he was like, I don't necessarily think LeBron's in-game dunks transfer to those kind of dunks, but that was the first name that I think we always kept calling out to see, and he didn't do it.
Try it,
and he didn't do it because before you got Michael Jordan, that's going to do it. Kobe, you got all the people that could jump are going to do it. So the fact that when you come in the league, you can, and we see a big name like that do it, the other ones coming behind that is like,
you ain't got to do it.
I'm not losing. Basically, like type of thing. You're not going to put no L on my name for no reason. So then it kind of went downhill because now like we don't see the like John Morant. You're not going to see who else can jump. Most of them, I don't know, not coming to my head, but the names that you want to see that are bigger superstars and they market, they're not going to do it. Even that kind of goes to some of the 3-point contest. That goes to all of it. Like, you're going to see the big stars in the All-Star game because we wouldn't have no All-Star game without Steph Curry and da-da-da. But for those kind of things, like the skills challenge, it just went.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. I don't even remember that part.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Like,
so
that's how not interesting.
It's just not interesting.
Was.
Like they was cheating. Like I watched it. They was like him and Chris Paul and Victor Wembanyama was just throwing the ball, so they don't even care.
Yeah,
they don't even care. It's not, and it shows.
Yeah,
it shows. So the product.
I mean, so part of it could be. So, like how Luka just gave the Mavs all this time, and they could just do whatever to him. So part of it could be, why am I giving y'all my superstar energy, and y'all could just trade me or do whatever you want to do at any time. I don't have to do that.
I completely agree. I
don't have to go here try to dunk and accidentally hurt myself for no reason. Like, and then you're trying to trade me, not even tell. So I get it,
because that's your reputation on the line at the end of the day.
I get it, but it's just not interesting for us.
No, it's not. As a fan and consumer, it's not. Like, why would they just piggyback on that one more time? Like, as the consumer that has Luka Doncic jerseys, y'all can't see him, but has Luka Doncic jersey sitting right here. It sucks as the consumer that's fueling this, that y'all not really listening to the fan base. That's what I can feel from the NBA, at least at this moment. Like, they trying stuff, but nobody asked. Like, nobody asked for 4 teams. This is my opinion. Nobody asked for 4 teams to play each other. It's weird. It doesn't make sense. Like, y'all are going still somewhat away from the things that make the NBA the NBA. Like, Luka Doncic should have stayed a Maverick for the rest of his career, because Dirk did, and it gave y'all a fan base, a packed out stadium every time, like arena at least.
I like to say, it's people that had season tickets that want their money back because Luka's on.
I agree.
I would want my money back too.
Top 3 in the league.
Yeah.
Arguably, if you just want to argue about some of the top best in the league, like MVP every year, all that kind of stuff. So it sucks.
Yeah.
So no, this one wasn't really exciting. We kind of turned this All-Star. I didn't see Steph. I didn't see it. And
so what they did was, it was the first to 40.
Right.
But so you're capping them.
Absolutely.
So we can't even see what necessarily they could do. They're just trying to make 40 points.
Oh yeah, exactly.
How is that exciting for us?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it sucks.
Like,
even Jayson Tatum, you know who that is. Even Jayson Tatum was like, they asked him like, "What you think about it?" I just watched a little clip before we started. What you think about it? He was like, "It's cool." He was like, in between that, y'all had to sit in for like 20 minutes because y'all are breaking it up.
Ready for the next
Y'all are breaking it up. So at 20 minutes, if anybody plays sports, once you get warm and you get ready and you get in, then you sit down, you're taking me out of the moment. So it's hard to get back. So you don't even care about your product. Your product, Jayson Tatum just won the NBA Finals. So it's like, you're not even catering to your players, your fans, who are you catering to? It can't be the money. Yeah, there we go. It can't be the money, because I feel like they declining with that. Like every other sport, I feel like it's still beating us out by far.
Oh, football seems like it goes crazy.
Exactly. And
no matter what.
No, yeah,
if they're going to football games in the snow, if I'm willing to go sit in the snow to watch this football game,
anything.
It's serious.
Absolutely.
If it was raining inside the Clipper Stadium and we have to choose between seeing the Clippers in the rain or watching it at home, we're not going to go sit in that rain.
No.
It is not worth that.
No, it's not. It's really not. It's really not. Because they somewhat stay loyal there too, but they wouldn't trade Tom Brady without something going around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It don't sit well. Like he started to leave because it was interesting within the franchise of what was going on. So you could look at that and be like, okay, he's on his way out.
Yeah.
They lay the carpet. You don't get a text at 10 o'clock at night saying, got my friends like, oh man, Luka traded, and I gotta just be on the phone just about to cry about damn near. It don't happen like that. Yeah. So it's just weird. The whole temperature around basketball right now is real interesting. So yeah. What else we got?
So the kids like basketball now.
Yeah, they do.
The kids enjoy the All-Star game.
Yeah.
This is like their first experiences with them. Like, they don't know how it used to be versus now. So this is all they know.
Yeah.
So they're currently in their basketball season.
Right.
And this is their third time?
Yeah, playing? Third full season.
Yeah, so this is their third time actually playing. Like, so what has the transition been for you, seeing them go from like just practicing at 3 and 4 to now actually playing?
It's interesting because, like I said, you could just kind of remember when you're little, and we're all different people.
We are.
So like I think we spoke about before, like that tenacity I have. They don't really have that in full fledged.
Not for basketball.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Not for sports, exactly.
Yeah.
But like just that that killer mindset. Everybody not gonna have that killer mindset to kind of go after it. So it's different because when you see a little you on the court, you have expectations of, no, he's about to go kill it. He's about to go have 20 points every game because I've had 20 points every game, and I had to get out of that reality. It's hard to watch other people coach your kids
for sure.
Because like you said, we had started like 3 or 4. They went to like a little basketball clinic camp type of thing.
It was like a weekly thing. Yeah,
and he just had them doing stuff
that you hated
that I didn't really understand. So it's kind of, that's an aspect like that's very hard. So like I kind of kept them away for like 2 or 3 years because I just didn't like that. Because don't teach them bad habits. That habits are habits. So if I teach you to shoot with your arms crossed, and that's not how you play basketball, I don't want that. So it ended up to being like, if that's the case, Jason, you need to coach them, type of thing. So I think in their first season of basketball, I coached them both.
You did.
That was great.
Yeah,
that was an amazing experience because I could say I coached my father. Clearly, got to try to coach them all. I guess
2 more, 3 more, coach.
2 or 3 more, maybe Ray, she dribbled the ball too. But that was a good experience because then it kind of, I was tough at moments because I still have an expectation because I know they could do great because it's times like where we'll practice in the backyard and you'll see them do a good shot. So you expect them to take that good shot and move it into the court, but that's not always the realest expectation. So that just made me learn about who they are and who I am. But that was a great season. Just seeing them play basketball and being like, oh wow, like they playing basketball at the same, absolutely playing basketball at the same place that I started.
Yeah,
literally, like that's cool. I got the Inglewood, like this is my basketball music room, guys. So I still got like jerseys from when I was a little kid up here, same park. So that was super cool. It's great to see how far they came from the 3-4 to doing wrong stuff to now where I've coached them and taught them different things, and we actually applying it now. I'm coaching them again this season that they're in right now. So it was cool. Like I could tell Jace to, no, you got an arm bar when they come up to you, and I could tell that he's starting to understand who his dad is a little bit more and not kind of like be like this because he thought I was mad at him, but it's just tough love type of thing. But it's great. I think it's cool.
I think the season before this one was important for them because they were away from their friends.
Yeah, we did.
So they normally play all the same sports with all the same group of people.
True.
And this one, we went to a whole different park with people you don't know. You don't know the coaches. You don't know nobody here. And it just made them have to, one, trust somebody new.
Yeah.
Because they have whole new coaches. And 2, be in a whole new environment where you don't know anybody.
Right.
So you have to like
new gym,
you gotta come within yourself and try it somewhere else without being comfortable. So I think that was important for them.
I agree.
Especially for Jacob's team was more playful because they're younger.
Right.
And it was a lot of them.
Absolutely.
It was like 10, 12 of them.
12 of them.
Yeah. And Jason's team
had 5.
Had 5 max.
5 max.
4 sometimes.
Yeah, we played with 4 players and almost won. Yeah. So they was running. And he played a game sick. And he didn't have a choice because it was only 4 of them. So if he didn't play, then they wouldn't have even got a chance to play. Yeah, real talk.
So he got to the All-Star game for that group, and that was only his 2nd time playing basketball.
That's real.
So
he did that.
I know that going into it in the future, they're going to get more comfortable.
Absolutely.
They're going to learn themselves more. We've already kind of like split them up from the main group.
Yes.
So
yes, we did.
They have some friends. They have some friends in there. Yeah. But it used to be we know all 10 players on the team.
So you know the parents, they know everybody. So you feel super comfortable coming off the court. Yeah.
So it's like mixed. So they know enough to be comfortable, but it's still other people that you have to learn and figure out how to be teammates with and all that stuff.
I agree.
So I think it'll be beneficial for them.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see it because I only got so much longer that I could be the coach. I was talking to him. I said, I can't be a coach forever, right? No. You ain't going to be able to look at me on the sideline and I say, Jace, do this, do this, do this. You need to focus on the coach and not me in the stands. So, but while I'm here right now, I think it's great, like you said.
And I think it's cool that they're like motivating each other.
They are.
So I did hear that. I know, like, for sure for Jacob, Jason's in the stands like, Jacob, get the ball. If he sees him doing anything, like not paying attention or like he's like correcting his brother in the moment and he's actually paying attention.
Okay.
Like I remember it was one where he yelled at him, go get the ball, like go try to shoot it. And he literally went and got it and made a shot.
Yeah.
Like right after he said it.
Yeah, so even teaching Jace how to be a leader within the family.
And then Jacob does it for him too, but he waits until the game is over.
To talk about it.
Different kind of person. He's not going to be like, Jace, go get the ball while he's playing. Yeah. He'll be like, why you didn't run and get the ball when such and such happened? Yeah. So they just have two different dynamics.
Yeah.
So whether we're the ones helping them or not, they're going to help each other.
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. Building that dynamic now. Yeah, because I can see them when they get older, like when you actually know how to play. If I had a brother or something, it would have got cracking.
For sure.
I can only imagine like the type of, like dad teaching us the stuff, which they've already done. They've had times where I've taught them how to pivot and stuff, and they go out and use it immediately. And Jacob, even the younger one, he gave him a good pivot, and he said, "Whoa, Dad!" Like he saw what he did to me. And Jacob turned around and he got his chest poked up. So it'd be cool times. It'd definitely be cool. It's fun to see.
And for Jaden.
Oh, Jaden. Oh, we didn't even highlight that. Yeah, Jaden is getting.
So by the time he has like another year, and they're in a point where they can help him.
Oh, absolutely.
So they're gonna be on him because 6 months ago he didn't want to dribble.
Right.
Now he's trying to.
Yeah.
So next year, when it's his time to play.
Oh, yeah. He's going to be good. He's going to be great. I already kind of work with him, too. And, like, he listens. Like, it's a great experience because let's say I tell Jason Jacob to shoot with proper form, right? So he's just sitting there watching. And he just downloads it. So then when I could tell him, shoot with perfect form. Yeah. Like that, I wasn't really messing with them at 3 and 4, telling them to do perfect form. It was just shoot the ball.
Yeah, just have fun.
Shoot the ball. But now, like, so he's paying attention to like the nuances, like you said. So he's getting all the benefits of the labor that I'm working with them. Is he's sitting at the game, so he could already pick up what basketball is. Kind of, he's feeling it. So like the emotions of it. They done been to a bunch of games.
They have.
I think I went to 2 games in my whole childhood. They done been to 10 probably. So they done seen a lot of basketball.
Yeah. Yeah. And then so that they've been to a lot of professional games, but they've been to a lot of like their own games too so far.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. They played more sports. They played more basketball up until this point than I played my whole life.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh no, they got a long way to go.
And they are 9 and 7.
Yeah. Oh, that's great though.
So yeah,
I'm excited. Anything else we got?
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Well, this is the basketball, the Luka, my Luka. Oh my gosh. Our kids. It was a good one. Yeah. I think it was a good one again.
Yes.
Good to see y'all back.
Yes.
We're gonna do another one. We're gonna try to get.
We're gonna have them ready.
Well, yeah, we're gonna try to get out a couple more while she's still moving around. Like I can't make 0 promises when she dropped my little boy out. You have to wait probably some months, 2 months maybe or so. 2. Yeah, at least 2 months after that one.
Depends on how you act.
True. So we'll try to get a couple out. But I think this is another great one. I think this is episode like 7.
It's episode 7.
Okay, yeah. So we got some episodes under our belt. Y'all should have something, but we giving y'all something new to watch.
If you haven't watched the old ones, go back and watch those.
Please.
Catch up.
Please.
So you can know exactly what's going on. Like he said, we're going to try to be more consistent while I can.
Absolutely.
Okay. If y'all got some topics y'all want to hear about,
just about to say that.
Let us know. We have some down, but we always want feedback.
Absolutely. Like we talked about it. We're going to try to get some more like real life news, stuff that's happening in the now. Give us our, our thoughts on it or whatever you want to call it, Yeah, you know, a little reporter type of thing going on. But yeah, man, we love y'all.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for coming back, watching another one. Jay and Ray.
Bye.
Bye-bye.